Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Szu-Moy, and if you're new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so that you get all the latest content coming out from my channel. Super excited because yesterday we had MotoGP Ignition go ahead and tell us that we were able to open up our packs. Now, if you've been following MotoGP Ignition, so the packs got dropped back in March and in April, and we haven't, it's been 4 months. And so now we're able to actually open up our packs. And with the whole MotoGP scene, we're here out in San Antonio, and it was kind of a bummer last year, as everybody knows, for 2020, nobody got to see any of the races live. And we were hoping, fingers crossed, that America's GP was going to be a go in April, and it wasn't. But good news is that we just heard America's GP is back in Austin, Texas, and we will be there in October. So super excited about that. But we're also super excited to go ahead and reveal these packs and see what kind of teams, what kind of bikes, and what kind of riders that we actually got. We got 10 packs total between myself and hubby, between those drops of March and April. So let's just get right to it and check out these packs. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So here we go. Let's go ahead and share, and here we are. So here we've got some Series 2, we've got some Series 1 packs, we've got riders, teams, and bikes, so a good mix of all three. And so let's go ahead and open our 2020 Team Series 2. We've got number 1671. We'll go ahead and open that one. Let's check it out. Let's go ahead and hit approve. The suspense is killing me. Let's go, let's go. We waited so long for this, and we're super excited. So, who do we have? What team? Let's go, let's go. I know they've been a little bit slow. We tried opening packs earlier with a different browser and just trying different things and just waiting to see what works best, because they have had some issues clearly throughout this process, but it is a work in progress. And so we've been patient this far. So we're just, going through the motions right now. But we've been tracking. It's been exciting to see. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, here it is. Who do we got? Who do we got? Okay, we'll flip all. Iker Lecuona, okay. Taka, woohoo! And we've got Marquez, whole shot number 85. That's an epic one. And then we've got our common base at number 314 and our common base at number 319 for our KTM and our Honda satellite rider. So very cool. Let's go ahead and, and then we view it in the garage, and there it is. It's freaking cool. Awesome. So we've got a lot of packs to go through. So let's go ahead and get to the next one. We've got riders. We've got a Series 2 pack ID number 1940. We'll go ahead and open that one. This is cool. Exciting. Okay, hit approve. All right. We're going to be here a while, folks. We got 10 packs. But this is super fun. So our last riders, of course, Marc Marquez in current standings is in number 10 for 2021, and Taka is actually in 11th. And then we've got, I believe we have, let me see, Lecuona and 21st. So those are our position standings for the team pack that we just opened up. We may be opening just a few packs, and then maybe like, I don't know. This may be a long session, you guys, so hang with us. And of course, some, repping Yamaha. So come on. Okay, here we go. Flip all. You got Lekawana again. Lekawana again. And Alex Marquez. So we've got brothers. We've got brothers. Very cool. And the Alex Marquez one is a rare number 123. Cool. All right, let's go back to packs. Let's get to our next series 2 riders. I'm going to hit open. Hit approve. And wait for it to open. So if you guys are MotoGP fans, I definitely want to hear from you. Tell me who your favorite rider is, who's your favorite team, who are you guys rooting for 2021. Quartararo is definitely cleaning house, and he's doing very, very well this year. So last year's world champion, Mir, is in 4th place in our current standings, and we'll see how the rest of this season kind of lines up once we get back from the summer break. It's kind of weird because I think we were talking about it before that I think normally the MotoGP summer break is in August, and it's a little bit early this year. So a little bit different, but again, with COVID and 2020 was a crazy year, and I'm glad that they're, at least having some fans in the stands for some of the races. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what our next team pack gives us. Cal Crutchlow, very cool. Zarco, who's number 2 in the standings for 2021, and Oliveira, who's also in the top 10. He is actually 7th right now, and that's a rare card at number 234. So very cool. Cal Crutchlow was actually in our suite back in 2019 when we had our VIP suite in Austin, and that was cool. We had a good time over there. All right, so we've got the next, this is a Series 1 2020 teams pack. And we'll go ahead and wait for that to open up. So yeah, every year we are in Austin. We try to do, we definitely do Austin, Texas for America's GP because we're so close, and it's an hour and a half away, and we've got Circuit of the Americas, a premier world-class track. I know the MotoGP riders have a little bit of angst about the bumps that are on that track. It's a Formula One track, so there's a lot of divots and bumps and issues, but it's nice having a world-class track and being able to have MotoGP here in the US so close to us, an hour and a half away. So every year we get to Austin, Texas, and it's really sweet and it's a good time. So I think 2019 we did 2 MotoGP races, which was also cool. We got to go to Malaysia to Sepang, and then we also did, of course, Austin, Texas, which was epic. It was a really good one that year also. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what team we have next. Let's go, teams. We've got Polis Fargo. Whoop, whoop. Oh, 2 Polis Fargos and Dovizioso. Dovi. We've got a rare card at number 221 for Dovi. Very cool. So, quick story about Pole. We got to see him and his beautiful wife on vacation this past January, which was really, really fun because my husband definitely has an eye for folks, even with their masks on, because, it was still COVID and still, some issues, but we were vacationing in the same spot. So that was super, super cool. We got to talk with him, and him and his wife are both very amazing. So super fun. And we can't wait to see all of the riders, to include Paul and his wife, in Austin in October. So very, very cool. So now we've got the bikes. So I've got a 2020 Bikes Series 1 pack that we're going to be opening. So we'll wait for that. and see what we've got. So yeah, definitely let me know if you're a MotoGP fan and you've been to a MotoGP race, where have you been? And if you've been to multiple races, what was your favorite track or, favorite MotoGP weekend that you've had? I think one of our favorites was Thailand. So we got to go to Buriram and we went to the first Thai race back in, I believe that was 2018. I think that was 2018. And so we went to Buriram and it was amazing, absolutely phenomenal. There's more bikes on the roads in Thailand than there are cars. And so for when MotoGP actually got for the Thai GP to Buriram, it was insane. We have never seen that like huge amount of racing fans in one area for the entire weekend. I mean, they had concerts going, they had Muay Thai boxing. I mean, they had all kinds of things going on. It was so much fun. And just you could tell that the fans were on fire. The energy was so amazing just because they absolutely love MotoGP out there. And so that was probably one of our favorite MotoGP races ever. I've been to Donington Park back in the day. Mugello was different. I'd like to do Mugello again because my experience wasn't the best when I went there. But I definitely would like to do it again. We've done Sepang, Thailand, Donington. I think husband has done Silverstone. And of course, Laguna Seca. So we actually really, really, really miss Laguna Seca because that at least gave us 2 US GPs that we can go ahead and be a part of. But unfortunately, now there's one and we hope we keep that one. So we'll see. All right, this one's taken a while. Come on now, open, open, open. Let's see what bikes we have. So they say the bikes pack is the 2020 Competitors Series 1. And so we'll see what number we have and what bike we have once it clears and we can actually open it. So hopefully it's not stuck. We were doing so well for so long. But yeah, I definitely want to hear from you guys. If you guys are fans, where have you been? Who are your favorite riders? Of course, we're a Valentino family here in my household. So between all 3 of us, we've been Valentino fans for forever, like since the 90s, like early. I became a Valentino fan back in the 90s when he was racing Aprilia, and it was he was racing 250s. So I was racing the 250 cc's in Aprilia, and so that's when I first got into. I saw him race. Oh yeah, actually, I was in Japan. So when they used to race Suzuka, and so that was another GP race that it was actually my very first MotoGP race ever was in Suzuka in Japan. And that was the first time I got to see Valentino, and he was still a young buck and he was racing 250 cc's. He was there with the likes of, there was Max Biaggi and the likes of those folks, Kenny Roberts Jr., those folks who were racing back then. So I got to see all of that back in that time period. And then I got hooked. And so that was my first MotoGP race. And ever since then, I've just been a fan. So it was really cool. And that actually was a really good, like Japan was really, really fun. I got to go to Motegi, but not for MotoGP. I actually got to do Motegi for, believe it or not, a NASCAR race. And to this date, I believe it was the only NASCAR race outside of the US ever. So they had NASCAR at Motegi, and it was an opportunity for me to get to the racetrack again and see, see something different. And so I've never seen NASCAR, and that was the first time I was able to check that out. But I never actually got to see MotoGP race in Motegi. So that would be another one on my bucket list. I am dying to get to Assen one of these days. One of these days. I heard that was like the big party MotoGP weekend. That's really fun in Europe. And then Czech Republic, definitely want to check that out too, one of these days. This is taking longer than normal. So I'm going to flip over to my side and see if mine will go. So I've got a 22 riders pack, series 2. And so let's see if we can get it to go a little bit faster, at least on my end. Oh no, my session expired, so maybe not. Okay. Well, you know what? That's okay. We've actually opened quite a bit, and we will go ahead and open up some more, maybe at a later date when connectivity is a little bit better. But so far, so good. And we're really excited. And that was super awesome. So if you have a pack, if you're a huge MotoGP fan, send it to me in the comments. Let me know where you're coming from, what races you've been to, what riders you love. I'm rooting for quite a few different folks this season. And so we'll see how it pans out. But let me know where you're at and what you're doing. And we'll see you guys soon. We'll open up some more packs at another date. And until then, we will see you soon. Take care, you guys.